Tonight, News 9 continues its project to ask some of the state's youngest voters to weigh in on the race for the White House. WMUR's Aaron Falo sat down with them to talk about their views of the presidential primary process.
In Commitment 2020, we are getting some input from the younger voices, and we are talking with three teens who are going to be watching this very closely, this election. I know a couple of you are going to be voting for the first time in this election. We're joined by Ryan, also Brooke and Magnolia. I know you're taking part in a program right now, and you're able to check out a lot of the candidates. Can you tell us who you've liked so far?
I'm just enjoying getting a feel for all the different types of candidates and what everyone has the potential to bring to the table, and just sort of educating myself further on what the different people and parties have to offer.
How do you feel the candidates are trying to reach the younger generation, the younger voters?
I feel that they're doing a lot more with social media and really trying to get platforms that teens actually see, not so much on TV, because teens are always on their phone. So if there's more there where they're already looking, then it's easier to find.
You see them more involved with Twitter now, and because they know that kids are more involved into social media because it is a huge thing, and so they try to reach out and really get stances, and they try to look at social media what's in, what's not, what people want to hear. That's actually my problem. Is I think that some candidates say what they think people want to hear, not what they want. So I kind of want to know the reasoning behind why they're running.
And Ryan, what are the issues that are important to you?
The issues that are important to me would have to be mental illness. There's a huge opioid crisis going on, especially in New Hampshire right now, and it's really affecting my community that I know of. There's a lot of kids who get stressed out of school and they turn to things that they shouldn't be turning to. But yeah, mental illness is definitely something that I think as a country we need to come together and we need to talk about it and start treating it like we do with physical illnesses, because it's just as important.
Now, all three of you are going to be going to school in this battleground state. Do you plan to volunteer maybe and get involved in one of these campaigns? What do you think, Magnolia?
Personally, I'd love to go into a field that involves politics and being able to make a difference in people's lives by making changes that actually happen and benefit masses rather than just sitting back and complaining about it.
Brooke, how about you?
Well, see, I want to get more into I think that schools, the students need to be more involved, and schools can probably teach them a little bit more about political science and stuff like that. They could have people come in, because a lot of seniors who are going to be voting, they don't know much about it, and I think that school is where you're supposed to learn. So I think that schools can have a part in that.
I also feel that making it easier to register to vote is very important, that in schools they should be really pushing you can register to vote when you're 17, I believe. So making sure that more people are registering and actually going out to vote rather than just not doing anything at all.
All right. Well, thank you three for joining us.
Thank you.